not one inside this gym here at Oak Hill Middle. When we have a second, I want to go over some of the starting lineups here for the two teams. I was able to check the books here, and I have Caroline Swank, number 0, starting for Fayetteville, along with number 23, Aubrey Newsom, number 2, Kinley Riston, number 15, Sarah Hill, and number 11, Ava Wood. It is 8th grade night here on the campus of Oak Hill Middle School, so it's a senior-laden team, or an 8th grader-laden team, I beg your pardon. I thought for a second that Coach Boyd was going to have himself a hand that resembled Abraham Lincoln's in January 1863. If you don't know, at one time, they actually encouraged people to go up to the White House and shake the president's hand on New Year's Day. And in 1863, Abraham Lincoln reported his hand was throbbing, it was swelling, he shook so many hands that he really was having a hard time writing. I thought Coach Boyd was going to have that interacting with as many 8th graders as he had on his ball club, but he looks fine. And they split up the duties between the coaches, so I think he was good, and we'll see if this ball team is. They only have one blemish on their record, and that was a couple games ago at Eastern Greenbrier. We had the return game of that series, the first game they played in this gym. Oak Hill came from behind with a flu-ridden team and ended up winning that game. But they have since been beaten. As they make their way to the bench, Fayetteville comes out. They'll be in their green uniform tonight with the white numerals outlined in black. Oak Hill, of course, as you can see, in the white with the red outlined in black. We're about 30 seconds away from getting introductions and things going up, and we'll see if we can get Oak Hill starters hammered out here before we get going. We'll make note and make sure we have everything settled up. So we get 8th grade night underway.
your Oak Hill starting five. Number 12, McKinley Lewis. Number 21, Avery Lang. Number 31, PK-8 Jackson. Number 25, Ridley Greer. Number 23, Abby Bird. Number 20, Riley Floyd. Let's hear for your Oak Hill Red Devils.
We had just a bit of a snafu there in the Oak Hill introductions, but we got everything sorted up now, and we think we're just about set to ball. Starting five for Oak Hill reads like this. It's McKinley Lewis, number 12, number 21, Avery Legg, number 25, Brinley Greer, number 23, Abby Bird, and number 20, Riley Floyd. In the middle is Miss Floyd. I can't see who she's jumping up against. For Fayetteville, can't read that. Not turned to see her number, but we'll get it in due course. As Oak Hill will control the tip and get it quickly into Avery Legg. That's working her way back to McKinley Lewis. On a nice, she'll line up a three. She got the first points of the ball game. Fayetteville trying to find some space to work, and that's going to be a turnover here. Nope, we'll just reset. As Ava Wood tries to find space to work, she's going to choose a softball pass, and that's going to be corralled there by Aubrey Newsom. Over to Caroline Swank now. Swank trying to feed it back inside. She does to work Kinley Riston. I'm being well screened by Coach Matt Boyd. And that'll send Oak Hill out here. Missed exactly what happened underneath. You had a better view of it than I did. But either way, Oak Hill has the ball. It's in the hands of McKinley Lewis. Lewis over to Avery Legg. She'll line up a three. Why not? Off the rim. Just underway here in the first of our two games here tonight. We're doing our best Ernie Banks impression. We're going to play two. As McKinley Lewis will hand the ball off to Legg, who will put one up. Tough shot, and she got the roll. And Oak Hill quickly is out to a 5-0 lead. Another pass in here to Swank. Swank will push the ball up to Riston. That's going to go a little too far out in front of her, and it's going to be Oak Hill's possession. 4:41 on the game clock, quarter number one. Over now to Brinley Greer. Greer will pass it back to Abby Bird. Bird will work it inside the floor and get it back. Bird trying to feed it back. It's going to be Greer. She'll cross-court pass as Legg winds up a three from the corner. She got it. It's a long two, they say, and it's 7-0. And again, Fayetteville with a timeout being taken by the Pirates with 4:11. Timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. Or so we think. I don't really know what's going on. I know I saw a Fayetteville coach make a motion for a timeout. I know I saw that. Full timeout taken by Fayetteville. And now we finally get the ladies over to their respective benches. That might be the most confusion over a timeout I think I've seen in my life. That really was wild. Either way, it's 7-0 Oak Hill with the early lead with 4:11 to go in our opening quarter of play here on 8th grade night on the campus of Oak Hill Middle School. And again, we'll be with you for the boys game as well. It was 8th grade night for boys basketball, girls basketball, and cheerleading here tonight at Oak Hill Middle. All right, we should be good now, I think. But Fayetteville taking another crack at inbounding this with Ava Wood. And they'll try to inbound this once again. And they will get it across. That's Sarah Hill who had it. And she'll get it back over now to Ava Wood. Aubrey Newsom with the basketball now for the Pirates. And she'll swing it back. That's stolen away. As Avery Legg trying to go to the bucket herself. She'll put it up, can't get it to go. McKinley Lewis back that rebound, and she goes up and misses. And we'll get a tie up, and it will be Fayetteville basketball on the change of possession. Sub coming in here for Oak Hill, that is number 30 into the ball game. I'm afraid there's no 30 on my roster for Oak Hill. So I apologize for that. Don't have that number in the book. I'll get that sorted when the next available opportunity presents itself. But that'll be 2 foul shots for Fayetteville. Can't put a player in that's not in the book. That's not allowed. And that will send Ava Wood to the foul line for the Pirates. Her first free throw is up and it is no good. Second free throw upcoming for Ava. And she comes up empty on both. And so again, Fayetteville with another long inbound with 3:45 on the quarter clock. And that's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be Oak Hill's possession once again. I think. Yep. As McKinley Lewis will inbound into Brindley Greer. That's knocked away and we'll give it to Fayetteville. The Pirates to inbound right in front of their bench with Ava Wood. McKinley Lewis steps in front of that. Got it out quickly to Brindley Greer. Whistling before, I admit I did not see what that was for. Didn't see a call or anything being made, but I can tell you it is Fayetteville's possession. And they'll get that out. Off and running are the Pirates. And that is stolen away by McKinley Lewis in the corner. She'll feed it way up floor to Avery Legg, who went up and couldn't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Ava Wood, stolen away back by Legg. And now Greer puts up a shot. It's in and out, no good. Greer got her own rebound, and it quickly comes out to McKinley Lewis, who goes cross-court. Legg from the wing. No, off the rim. Greer once again bagging that board for the Red Devils, and she'll send it back out to Legg, who will try it. No! made a nice move toward the bucket, but she could not finish. And Fayetteville comes out of that unscathed after giving up several opportunities. And up now comes Caroline Swank. She will feed it into the baseline and a foul called. I think they're going to get that on McKinley Lewis. Number 12 is what I saw the referee making, and that will send number 24, Aubrey Newsom, to the foul line for Fayetteville. Her first free throw is good, and Fayetteville is on the board. It's 7-1. Came up empty on the second one, and Oak Hill will bag that rebound. It will be Brinley Greer to bring it up the floor for the Red Devils. And she will cross the timeline. Greer back out to Lewis. I think I found the answer to our situation. I think it's Erica Harvey, number 30. Saw her coach Boyd saying, "Erica, Erica." I'm going to say that's it, being the only change made so far on the floor. And there is an Erica in the book. That's going to roll away, and we'll get our clock situated here momentarily. Next chance we get. Swank will push up the floor for Fayetteville. She will send it into the corner. No! As that rebound will be brought down, and out quickly come the Red Devils. McKinley Lewis. Lewis lost it. And we'll lop a few seconds off of our game clock there. Now showing correctly 1:43 in our opening quarter of play. As Ava Wood sending it in. What a block! What a block that was. Trying to work it back inside, and that's good. And Fayetteville draws even closer. It's 7-3, just like that. Minute and a half to go, opening quarter. McKinley Lewis urging her teammates as Avery Legg will send it back out to Greer. Greer going back to Harvey. Legg putting up a long three. It's in and out. And Ava Wood will get that for Fayetteville. Out now comes Newsom. She's going to the bucket. She got it. And it's 7-5. Under a minute now to go, quarter number one. McKinley Lewis taking her time getting it across the halfway line, but she does get it in the 10 seconds. She'll go to the bucket herself, put it up and in, and Oak Hill's scoring drought ends right there. Swank. Greer takes it away. Brinley Greer going up, no. But Avery Legg brought that out. She'll put one up, and she got it. 6-point lead once again for the Red Devils. Their biggest lead is 7 of the night. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Swank trying to get it across the halfway line. She has to put one up, and she won't get a chance, as that'll bring the first quarter to a close. It's 11-5, Oak Hill after one. Let's take a second and let's pause. You're on the Maneuver Network. You are watching middle school basketball. Both coaches certainly using every second they had of that quarter break to reiterate some things, perhaps change some things for their teams as we get set for our second 6 minutes of basketball here in Oak Hill. It'll be Fayetteville 2 inbound in the form of Ava Wood. She'll send it in. That'll be corralled there by Riston. And a tie up here should give that ball to the Red Devils. And indeed it will. McKinley Lewis will walk it up the floor, and she will quickly send it over to KK Jackson. Leg. Jackson trying to work, and she will get it back to Leg, puts up a floater, no. And now comes Caroline Swank. It's stolen away. Lewis going to the bucket. She'll draw contact, and she'll get a chance at the line. That foul should be assessed to number 15, Sarah Hill, for Fayetteville, and that will be her first infraction of the ball game. McKinley Lewis's first free throw was up and good, and it's 12-5 Oak Hill. She got them both, and it's 13-5 Red Devils. Fayetteville once again trying to go along with it, and that nearly worked. Was nearly in the hands of Aubrey Newsom. But instead it will be in the hands now of Avery Legg. Legg will walk it across the timeline and quickly get up to speed. Brinley Greer now back out to Jackson. Jackson into the corner now for Legg. She's thinking about it. Then she'll walk it back out toward the wing, going back inside to Paris Goodman. Goodman going up, no. But it's saved, only to fall in the hands of Ava Wood for Fayetteville, and now comes Caroline Swank for the Pirates. She's being hounded by Avery Legg, and I think they're going to get Avery for a foul here. And they'll inbound quite literally right beside us, with 4:42 on our second quarter clock. Swank will bring it across the halfway line for the Pirates once again. Stolen away as it got knocked into the air, and McKinley Lewis will simply go up and put a layup up, and she won't miss that. It's a 10-point game, 15-5 Oak Hill. Newsom trying to get there. She runs out of real estate. Avery Legg. Paris Goodman. Got it back out to Lewis. She'll line up a three. No. Newsom will bring that board down, and she'll just toss it off a Red Devil. Simplest way to do it. Timeout on the floor taken by head coach Matt Boyd. Quick 30-second timeout with 3:58 on our game clock, and half number one of game number one for us, as we will have the boys game following this one. Should be ready to restart our game here momentarily. We are ready to restart our game here right now. And Swank brings it in for Fayetteville. And that ball's on the deck, and it's going to be a tie-up. Bring that into open space. His leg comes up with it. Lewis can't handle it, but Greer can, and she'll put it up and score it. As Greer finishes at 17-5, Oak Hill. Turnover here as Oak Hill will assume possession, and Legg will line up a three. It is off the mark as Goodman was in there trying to get that rebound, but it was a little too high for her. No good, and that will go to Fayetteville. With 3:30 on the game clock. Try to go long, it's knocked around and finally taken by McKinley Lewis. She will feed it over to Brindley Greer, who will knock one down. And it's 19-5, timeout taken by the Pirates with 3:21 in the half. Quick 30-second timeout. Play set to resume here with 3:21 in half number one of game number one here tonight. The Pirates again trying for a long outlet that's going to find the hands of Sarah Hill, number 15, and being knocked out of bounds. Fayetteville will slowly advance up the floor as it goes off a Red Devil. And again, the Pirates get it in. Gotta find an outlet, and instead that outlet is wearing white. Lewis going to the bucket. She got it. Swank trying to go back inside. That's stolen away here by Paris Goodman. Greer out to Lewis. She'll put one up. No. Paris was in there trying to get that rebound, and we'll see if she does. No. Instead, it will be Fayetteville's possession. Five-second called against the Pirates. And that'll turn into an Oak Hill possession now on their end of the floor. Or on Fayetteville's end, I should say. Brindley Greer now back over in the hands of Avery Legg now. Legg will back things out and look over her options. She finds KK Jackson. Nice cut inside, does Jackson. She'll put it up, and Paris Goodman gets that rebound as it comes back out to Avery Legg. Legg will go cross court with that pass. It is stolen away by Aubrey Newsom. Newsom going up to the bucket. She can't get the roll. It goes off the rim, and out now comes Brindley Greer for Oak Hill. Greer into the corner. Got it. from Jackson.
PK Jackson.
Out now is Caroline Swank. Now it's Ava Wood. Swank once again trying to work it back inside. That's going up. And that was Kinley Riston there with 138. That foul is going to go against Paris Goodman. First free throw is missed from McKinley Riston. We'll take this time to thank those of you watching on our streaming platforms and the Greenbrier Valley channel. If you are wondering where this game is on cable, you can find the Oak Hill City Council meeting on cable at this present time. We'll have the boys game for you, though, on cable when we get started with that one later on. And it's now 26-5. And it's stolen right back. Rear goes up. She won't miss that. Make it 28-5, Oak Hill. They get it inside Swank, then go back to Wood, but that's going to be a stoppage of play here for a turnover. I think that ball went out of bounds on the attempted pass. No. As Fayetteville will try it again. Coach Boyd calling off the dogs, as it were, for that Oak Hill press. We'll meet him at half court instead. And that's back out now to Aubrey Newsom. Newsom into the corner, trying to go baseline. Nice feed inside. Shots up, no good. Riston going back up, and she'll draw contact. And 54.9. First free throw is no good. McKinley Lewis just about reached over the line and could have been called for a lane violation. She wasn't, but it very nearly could have been, at least from where I was sitting. As Sarah Hill got that rebound down for Fayetteville, and out now comes Caroline Swank. Swank got to get rid of it, and she does, and McKinley Lewis sticks her hand in there and goes all the way to the bucket, and she'll make it 30-5. With Caroline Swank with the basketball for Fayetteville, over it out to Aubrey Newsom. Newsom with 15 on the game clock. That's now over to Ava Wood. Riston going up, and Fayetteville will have a shot here with 7.8 seconds. On the clock. Blocked, and out now comes Lewis. With time running out, she'll put it up and in, and that should bring the half to a close, and indeed it does. 12 minutes of ball in the books. It's 32-5. Oak Hill with the lead. We shall return for the second half after this on the New River Network. We're just about set to start the second half of play here on the campus of Oak Hill Middle School. It's 32-5. The home team has the lead over the visiting Fayetteville Pirates as we get set to begin quarter number 3. Reminder for you that we'll have 2 games here tonight. We'll have the boys game following this one. Want to once again welcome all of our viewers from our streaming platforms on Facebook, YouTube, Roku, watchonrn.com. And we want to remind you, on cable, you will have the boys game live on cable, but we have the Oak Hill City Council meeting for you at the moment, tending to all the city's business. And we want to welcome those of you watching on the Greenbrier Valley channel as well. Happy to have you along for some Fayette County rivals getting together on a beautiful Monday evening in West Virginia. Oak Hill will be the team to inbound and get us started to begin the second half. McKinley Lewis will give it to Avery Legg, and we are underway in half number 2. Out now to Brindley Greer. Greer back to Lewis. Lewis back to Greer. Nice working, and that's going to be Jackson with the shot. We'll see if that's a 2 or a 3. They're going to line that up and say it's a long 2. And we need to reset that net with 5:45 in the quarter. And we have, so we're ready to go. As Caroline Swank will walk the ball up the floor for the Pirates. Out now to Aubrey Newsom. Newsom, we'll see if that get knocked out of bounds. And I think they're going to give it to Fayetteville. Yes, they are. As Ava Wood will be the one to inbound and give it back to Swank. Swank going to the corner back to Newsom. Newsom trying to go baseline. And that falls right back to her. And a long 2 comes in from Wood. It is off the mark as Riley Floyd is there to box out and get that rebound and start things back up the floor for Oak Hill. Brindley Greer. Greer back over to Lewis. McKinley Lewis lines up a 3. No, off the rim as Legg was in there battling for the rebound, but she loses out to a Pirate. She lost out to Newsom. And out now comes Fayetteville. That's Riston going up, can't get it to go. And we're trading misses here early in the ball game, in the second half rather. Just the one made shot so far in our half. Jackson working it cross court now to Legg. Legg back to Lewis. Cross court. Shot comes in, it's no good. As Lewis will send it back out. Greer from just beyond the foul line, she got it. Swank was down to a knee, but she has it now. Newsom. Then back to Swank. Newsom lines up a 3. It's off the backboard. And Avery Legg quickly up ahead for the Red Devils. She'll put it up, and she'll draw contact and get it in 1 for her troubles. It's going to go against Aubrey Newsom, number 24, her first of the game. Ain't been a whole lot of fouls called in the game. It's been a fairly well-played game. Floyd will send that back out. Long 2 on the way, I think. No, they're going to say that's a 3. I was screened by Coach Wood. I really couldn't see who made that shot. You probably could, but I couldn't. So I can't give credit where it is due, but it's a 41-5 lead for Oak Hill regardless, as Caroline Swank handles the basketball for Fayetteville. Shot comes in and is off the mark. The rebound will be brought down by Newsom, who'll send it back out to Swank. Swank will send it back into the corner where Newsom was waiting, and that's off the backboard. Shot coming in once again, no good, and as Brindley Greer was in there, we're going to get a sub in here for Fayetteville. That is number 12, Olivia Trophy, will be checking into the ball game, as it looks like Newsom will be the one to take a seat. Trophy fresh into the action. She'll put up a shot. It is no good. Oh, excuse me, that was number 15. Sarah Hill took that shot. Trophy got the rebound. I beg your pardon. Fresh faces abound in this game. Want to make sure we get everyone's name correct. No good as that is brought down by Swank, and she'll start things back up the floor for her team. Into Hill. Trying to go back inside for wrist, and she hangs on to it. Does a good job to do so at that, as Swank will hold things off and send it out to Wood. In and out. And out now comes Jackson for the Red Devils. Up ahead to Avery Legg. And that's loose. And Sarah Hill had it. Swank now back over to Ava Wood. And it comes now to Avery Legg. About 2 minutes left in quarter number 3. As McKinley Lewis goes back to Legg. Legg no look pass. And it ends up back now in the hands of Lewis. She'll line up a 3. It is off the back of the rim. Subs coming in here for Oak Hill. That is number 23, Abby Bird, and number 33, Piper DeVos. Into our ball game now as Avery Legg and KK Jackson will take a seat. Greer. Back to Lewis. Back to Bird. She'll line one up. No. Ends up in a Pirate hand. Specifically that of Caroline Swank. Nearly stolen away as Riston hit the deck a little bit to try to corral that, but she does. And it's back now in the hands of Ava Wood. Caroline Swank now back to Wood. Wood will line up a 3. Got it! McKinley Lewis will walk things up for Oak Hill now. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Trying to go back inside for Greer. Now over to Lewis. She thought about a 3, then shows otherwise. She'll send it off to number 23, Abby Bird, and that's missed. Fayetteville will take possession with 42 seconds on the clock. Swank will walk things across the timeline for the Pirates. She'll send it back over now to Ava Wood. And they stop it. They will stop the clock rather with 30.6. I was trying to say a stoppage will occur, but that wasn't going to work. So that'll send Kinley Riston to the foul line for Fayetteville. That foul will go against number 20, Riley Floyd, her second of the game. And instead will not be a foul shot, but it'll be an inbound. And that goes off the rim. With 23 seconds, Oak Hill will push it up the floor. Now back to McKinley Lewis over to Brindley Greer. Greer back to Lewis. They're working it across the court now to DeVos. Shot comes in and out. Lewis with 3. Greer, will they get it off in time? Wouldn't have counted anyway. At the end of 3 quarters, it is 41-8. Oak Hill with the lead. We shall return for the 4th and final quarter after this on the New River Network. Based on all outward appearances, it appears the mercy rule is in effect, as we will have a 3-minute quarter as opposed to the standard 6. And that's now a pass up ahead, and it's good. As Greer gets on the board. In the game for Fayetteville is number 4, Noella Oliver. Also in the game is number 5, Audie Salatiga. That's up and in. Also in the game for Fayetteville is number 12, Olivia Trophy. We mentioned that as she came in before the stoppage. Number 23, Nadia Pena into the ball game. And let's see if we have any new Pirates on the floor. And number 21, Harper Farrell, getting their chance to get on the floor here. Shot comes up, it's no good. And that'll be a stoppage of play here. And the tie-up. That'll be Oak Hill ball. With Riley Floyd bringing it and giving it to Brinley Greer, who will walk across the timeline. 2 minutes in our fourth quarter. Shot comes in from the wing, no. And that's corralled by Harper Farrell. Going to get a foul called here, I think. Yes, a foul will be called against Erica Harvey, as Piper DeVos will be going into the ball game for Brinley Greer. Also into the game for Oak Hill is number 0, Raquel Coy. Want to get all the names in we can. As we walk slowly toward the conclusion of this one. That's knocked around and ends up in the hands of Harvey. So send it back over to Abby Bird. Bird working it inside of Riley Floyd. Floyd got it out off the rim. And no good, and again we'll send things up here for Oak Hill. Gonna work it back inside. Bird goes up, she missed. And out now come the Pirates. As Pena was driving to the bucket. I believe that foul should be on number 33 for Oak Hill, Piper DeVos. And that will send Pena to the foul line. And she comes up empty on her first. And missed them both. Might she get another crack at it though? With a lane violation. She might just. I think she will. And she got him. 45-9. Oak Hill at the moment under a minute to go in the game. Well, inbound right next to us between myself and Coach Matt Boyd for Oak Hill. As it'll be Farrell who sent it in. And with 41.3, the game clock stops. Abby Bird will walk it across the timeline and send it over now to Piper DeVos. They've lost 30 seconds to go. We'll line one up. It is off the backboard, and that will roll out of play. It's a kick ball, and that should be Fayetteville's possession with 25.3 on the game clock. Walking up the floor now is Noella Oliver for Fayetteville. Another tie up here. Shot comes in, and it's another one. We'll get our scoreboard right. It's 47-9, and that will do it. Oak Hill wins, and we'll try to get Coach Matt Boyd here in just a second. We'll pause for a moment, and we'll come back and see if we can get our head coach, and we'll talk to you in postgame if we can. We welcome you back into Oak Hill Middle School with the victorious head coach, Mr. Matt Boyd. Coach, we talk all the time about how there are key things, like you want to win your first home game, you want to win for high school homecoming. 8th grade night is a big deal. What does it mean to send these 8th graders out with a win?
Yeah, this is a special group of 8th graders. They've won a lot of games here, and I told them before the game, I said, this is the last time you'll get to play in this gym. And, you know, some of them looked at me and got a little emotional. Why'd you say that before the game? But, you know, McKinley and Brindley, they've played and started, I think, a lot of them since 6th grade. And so, you know, this was a special night for them, and I was glad to see them get to go out on a win.
I'll ask you a little bit of a personal question. What has this group meant to you to be able to coach them for as long as you have? Can you kind of take us into what it's like to coach this group and what it means to you?
Well, you know, this is the first year that I've coached this group of girls. You know, I've known some of them for a while, and you know, when Jade moved up to the high school, and, you know, they asked if I would be interested in taking this job. And, you know, it really wasn't a hard answer, because I knew, you know, what type of girls we had. And this is really an easy group to coach. I mean, they make me look like I know what I'm doing. And so, you know, they're a fun group to coach. They always play hard. They always show up to practice. You know, they're good students, do the right thing at school. So they're a fun group to coach.
Coach, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
That's Victoria's head coach, Mr. Matt Boyd. And we will have ourselves an intermission here before we get this boys game underway. We got about 20 minutes or so till tip. We'll pause to get our lineups for the boys game, and we'll come back. I think we'll have a new stream for you if you're watching us online, so you can just pick which game you want to watch. And if you're watching the game, you can have that on cable as well. We'll be with you then.